Welcome to Castro today. And this is Triple Burner. We're starting with some Qigong warm-up moves. And these are our favorites. The first is to expand through the abdomen, ribcage, upper chest, like we do in yoga, and then to exhale down through 3 energy centers: the head, the heart and lungs, and the abdomen. Inhale here for spaciousness, and exhale down, and your feet are in a rider on horse position. So that kind of looks like this. Feet are out like in a V. Sink down as you did, and then come back up slowly. And Qigong is all about slowness, continuity, circularity, of which you see quite a bit of that here, and moving from the center. And the center is right here at your low Dantien. The Dantien is our energy points where we create the intrinsic energy from slow movement, breath, and mind connection. It's a mind, body, spirit practice. Feel the ancient threads in this practice. It's so beautiful, but it's also slowly moving in fairly big circles or smaller circles as it connects to the circulation in your body. Triple burner. And last one of our first of Qigong moves. Good to do 9 times in the mornings. We'll sink it through the earth now, bring the feet a little closer together and ground it. We're grounding by inhaling up to the heart and exhaling down towards the abdomen. The real center of all Tai Chi is right here. 2 inches below your navel and 1 inch inside the body. Hence the term inner awareness is being built. Our next move will be picking up a feather over here on this side, on your right side, letting it go, flattening the palm, exhaling. Same thing on the opposite side. And notice how the back heel lifts on the opposite side. You're lifting up right back here on your left now. And now you're letting the heel move up on your right side. I'm sorry. This is for you, your right side, and for me, my left. So I am mirroring you, and I sometimes will get confused between what's yours and mine. One more. And one more on your left. Returning to center. Our next move will be Buddha picks up the earth. We'll sink down here. Pick up the earth. Bring it up towards the sky on the exhale, and all long exhale all the way down. So a deeper breath next time. Last one. practicing our shifting from side to side, shifting towards your right side and shifting towards your left. Notice how the substantial leg is built over here when you bend it slightly, and over here when you do the same. The insubstantial leg or yin leg is the straight leg, but we want to keep our joints relaxed, and we'll get to that next. So this is yang over here, and this is yin over here. And now this is yang over here and yin over there. The yin leg is the straighter leg, and it's lighter than the substantial leg. Substantial leg really brings you into the earth. Insubstantial leg is a lighter leg, so it's the one you can move forward. So you need to always retreat to your substantial leg first by lifting the opposite leg. And when you come to that, you come to your forward back weight shift. So here, this front leg is, the energy is going to move right through this front leg as you bend it, and the back leg will straighten. So just feel that. You're basically going to practice your bass drum here for a second with me. But feel the exhale back when the toe comes up is when you've come to the substantial leg and back. So here you're going to gradually straighten this front leg and the toe comes up. Just look at what's bending and straightening first. We'll come back and ground it. Now we're going to thread that exhale over into the left leg for you. So use your hijacking or hitchhiking thumb here. That brings you over to the left. And now you're going to release the other leg. And now the whole body is just forward. And you're going to go across and back. And as you come across in front, the back leg will lighten and the heel will come up. As you come back with it, your back leg is now the yang leg and the front toe comes up. So we need to practice this so that we get a nice glide through the center, which slows us down. Because we want to move with slowness and connectivity in a rhythmic sort of way. So this might be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You want to glide maybe 3 through the center and then release the back heel and then slide and then release the front toe. And really feel that. And bring it back. Double ground it. And ground it. And inhale. And sink. We'll now do some of our head rolls and begin with clasping the hands in back and then sink the chin down. Bring the ear over here and the ear to the other side. And back the opposite way. Good. And once you've felt that, if you need to, you should come next to the circles that are around here with the elbows and the fingers. Inhaling forward and back, letting the shoulder blades roll down the back here on the exhale. Slowing yourself down with your breath and your movement. And then go the opposite way. Elbows back, up, forward and down. Notice how that closes the chest a little bit. And we'll want to have the chest open so we can all breathe. Let's go back now, up, back, forward and down, and then we'll go forward, up, back and down, and feel the difference with the breath. Here's your inhale, and here's your beautiful exhale as those shoulder blades move down the back. Good. Now we're going to bring the palms out to the side and circle the palms with the wrists. And this is a little bit hard for us to hold up. So release the joints at the elbows so that you're not tightening, okay? All the joints need to become relaxed. And then the opposite way. That was about 8. We need to equalize our sides if we can. And now we're going to come down here to the hips, and we'll bring the hips forward to your right, back to your left, and circle all 4 points. Of the circle, lengthening through the spine. So make sure you lengthen from the tailbone up to the crown of the head with this, even though you're moving your spine, your hips. Good. Now you're going to go forward in the opposite way to your left, back, side, front. And feel all those 4 points. Always being able to do clockwise and counterclockwise circles like you do with eye movements in yoga. And let's shake it out from the feet all the way up. Let it go. And we're not quite done yet. We need to make sure that we do the wrists. So let's bring the elbows close to the body and just do your wrist circles. And notice how that energy moves up through all the ligaments in the forearms. And then the opposite way. Good. Now we'll bring the knees together, bend forward from the hips with a flat back. Take hold of the knees on both sides, look forward, and then circle around with your knees. You're basically warming up those ligaments, those joints that hold everything together at your knees. We certainly don't want to torque the knees. So even as you move the knees here, you're also moving your ankles and then go the opposite way. So we just went that way. Now we're going to go this way. And then we'll go back the opposite way, hitting all 4 points like you did with your hips. Then folding forward from the hips with a flat back. Maybe you can release the toes, everything down here, or maybe even touch your toes there or outside them. And then come up slowly, inhaling the arms out and up. Come into a rider on horse position so you've got some support there. For the fountain, inhale. As you fold forward from the hips with a flat back, release, bringing the palms back to the palms together, and release in front of those toes. Maybe in front of the body is a better description. And now bringing the palms up and then opening them. And slight back bend of the upper spine, if that's comfortable for you. And then folding forward from the hips, flat back. And then when you get halfway, rounding the spine, and you'll feel the exhale. One more coming up. And we'll let it go. And shake it out again. Then we're going to come into Tadasana, mountain pose, as we prepare for 19 movements and 1 pose, T'ai Chi Chih. In mountain pose, release any tension in the palms, fingers. You might want to even just move your fingers. You want all those digits to be free also. And then lengthen up through the spine, feeling the connection of a silver thread from the top of the crown of the head and the back there, all the way down through cervical spine, the neck here, where you need to make sure that the head is not going up. and then you want to also feel the thoracic spine is really open, this whole area, and lengthening down until you come to your Ming Men area, which is at the tailbone. So maybe just feel that. And lengthen and take a breath in. And bring one hand to your belly and expand. And contract back to the Ming Men with your exhale. I've got my hand on my tailbone back there, so you might try that. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, still lengthening, but bring in the energy towards your tailbone. Now take it in through a straw and blow it out through a straw. Once more. Bring the palms forward in Tadasana, mountain pose, and feel like a mountain before you begin. And now we begin rocking motion. A little bit of inner smile that allows you to feel those these little muscles right here, lift a little bit. And letting the jaw drop. Breathing in through the nostrils and the belly. Coming forward to the foot in front, your ball at the foot, and coming back towards the heels. Now feel the heels rise as you move towards me on your inhale. And the toes rise as you move away from me on your exhale. Say to yourself without speaking out, I am breathing in. I am breathing out. Now add your infinity symbol, which is the figure 8, as the wrists turn here, the bottom of the 8, and turn again at the top of the 8 on the exhale. Feel the center point, the bubbling spring, as you slightly sink there and then rise. Here's the rising on the inhale. Here's that bubbling spring spot, and there's the rising on the exhale. Way back there. Taking your time. And sink it through the earth. We're going to take some time to hydrate here because we didn't do that before. Water is the magic drink. Not soda. Moving on to bird flaps its wings. The feet will be in a V shape with the toes coming out this way. Check it to make sure that your knees are directly over the ankle, over the big toes there, so that you're not going beyond that point. So sink down once here. Where are your knees? Ask yourself. You might need to bring them closer, the feet or not, so your choice. Bird flaps its wings. We're grounding first. Inhale here as you lengthen. And as you sink, come to the balls of the feet in front and release the heels. The bird, which is you and me, is on the edge of the branch. On the third one, a wrist circle forward. And sink and inhale. Last one. Smile, it'll be easier. Inhale back and sink it through the earth. Double ground it. We're moving the palms to the ground and then we're bringing them to the heart on the inhale. Our middle Dantien, and then we bring it down again on the exhale. Our forward back shift, we'll start with the left foot. So you'll shift first towards your right. This linear shift helps to bring the whole body over here to the right. And then you can easily lift this yin leg and place it, making sure that you place it so that the weight's going to come forward on this foot. The other foot, you'll bring the weight back when you go back. Let's come to our platter. This is what it's going to look like. And begin. Shifting right to release the left heel. Around the platter. In chest high water. Wherever that is for you. Feeling the fingertips right on the water will bring that chi through your whole circulatory system. So feel this inhale as you bring the weight forward here. And as you bring the weight back on the exhale, feel the growing sense of gliding through the middle. Nine times on each side. That was 9. Now we'll bring in that left leg. Inhale to sink it through the earth. Slowly, like you're sleepwalking. And then shift towards your left to bring your right heel forward. Around the platter. The sense of chest high water should not be to lift our shoulders, but to feel what a comfortable place is for your circle. Breathe into the high back. Try that. Without raising the shoulders. and into the belly and through the nostrils, through the whole spine. Two more. Last one of around the platter. Inhale and release. Shift to your right to bring the left forward for around the platter variation, picking up a ball of energy right here at your left shoulder and sinking it right opposite the heart and lungs. It's still around the platter. It just has this little variation that comes right above the leg that's forward. Inhale towards me and exhale back slowly towards the back wall behind you, gliding through the center. Two more. Around the platter variation, left side. We'll slow it down and leave in a little more. Release that left foot back. Single grounding between sides and shift to the left leg to bring the right heel forward. Around the platter variation, right side. Try bringing the chin in so that the spine, that's right at your neck, is long all the way up to the string that's tied, that comes from the crown of the head. Good, someone's slowing me down. Last one. Beautiful. Bring in that foot and double ground it. Inhale here to the heart. Exhale down to the abdomen, or think of it as the center 2 inches below the navel. And then come all the way up here to the head, honoring our highest Dantien, the third one, which we will later call the temple. So our seat of thought and creativity is up there. We have to honor that too. And now we're going to move into our right foot to come to our next move. Bass drum. Notice how the energy is coming right up this leg and then back towards the other leg or foot there, with it's in a 45-degree angle to the front. Very similar to the way we are with Warrior One from yoga. Feet are slightly apart so that we're not crossing each other with the heels, but there's space between them. So feel that space, but also feel that strong connection when you come back to the back foot, which is going to bend. And now you'll bend in front. And the back heel will come up as the leg is straightened. And now the front toe will come up. And we glide through the center And we glide back. One more of bass drum. Bring the foot back in. Inhale. Just sink it through the earth and rest on globes of energy right here. Right opposite that low point there. It's 2 inches below the navel. And then sink it across towards your left side and release the right. Bass drum. Now the palms are in polarity here. That means that we're cultivating energy as we inhale there and exhale back. There's polarity or constant connection of energy between those palms that are facing each other. Feel that. And you're inhaling as you move forward, and you're exhaling as you move back. Release the jaw a little bit so that the tongue is just right up there near the tips of the front teeth on the top. That's your Qigong breath. And it comes all the way from the belly up through the heart and lungs area and then up to the nostrils. So feel that. Let it move through the whole back. Last one of bass drum. Bring the foot back in. Inhale. Just sink it through the earth. As you come to our next moves, let's do one more grounding here. Daughter on the mountaintop, followed by daughter in the valley. Shifting right. Release your left. Bring the palms out from that waist area. And watch your back foot, making sure it's 45-degree angle. And then your left hand's going to come down through the central meridian here, maybe even the thumb almost touching this whole area. Honoring your own heart. And the person on the outside. One big circle cut in two. Cut is right here. Inhaling and releasing. Three more. Last one. Draw the foot back in. Inhale to release. Shift towards your left. Release the right. Daughter on the mountaintop. Keeping the fingertips up as you come down. Very good. Looks great. Feeling the shift forward on your inhale. Feeling the shift back on your exhale. 2 more. Last one. Double ground it. Daughter on the mountaintop will come to a graceful conclusion. Daughter in the valley will start up here, right above your shoulders a little bit with the fingers, and then you'll shift over to the right. Release your left heel. And coming down, exhaling here, inhale through to cultivate the chi here. The chi of your inhale as the palms are in maximum polarity. They're really close. So inhale very slowly through that center. And release over the mountains as you move back. Two more. Bring the foot back in and sink it through the earth. Shift towards your left. Start up here. Release your right heel, and move through the valley. And anytime you feel the need of it, please do feel free to hydrate, because it's really important when we're doing these long, slow inhales and slow exhales. Last one. Inhale and sink it through the earth. Triple ground it. Those two moves, daughter on the mountaintop and daughter in the valley, are companions. So they take a nice look at nature, mountains, trails, and the same of our lives. Bringing it up to your head. And slowly sinking it down. And we'll prepare for our next moves. Let's shake it out for a second. Maybe drink some more water. It's a water day. Preparing for carry the ball to the side. Your feet are in a V here. That works best. Sink. Winding up. Releasing the outside heel. The yan leg is right there. You want to release the yin leg. And then sinking across. Shifting. Carrying that ball to the side. Wind up, release, and now shift. Bring in the foot. Sink. Wind up. And we'll do one more just because it's fun. Bring the foot in and ground it. And prepare to go back the opposite way. Winding up first, towards your left. Release your right. And moving right. Two. And one more. Just to be naughty and do four. And sink it through the earth. Now we'll go back and do 3 times 3 because we are honoring the noble number of 9. And we'll slow down. Notice the element of a small circle inside of a larger circle. One more. Sink it through the earth. Double ground it. Carry the ball to the side. Comes to a graceful conclusion. We'll walk back to the center and prepare for push-pull and pulling in the energy. Sinking down. Shifting right. Release left. Pushing forward and bringing it back to the heart. The shape is an ellipse, or you can think football if you like, because that's really the same shape. Here's the exhale. Here's the inhale back. Also called giving and receiving energy. Here's the giving as you push out on the exhale. Here's the receiving of that energy as you inhale back. Last one. Inhale the foot back and single grounding. Shift towards your left, release the right. Push, pull. Feel the relaxation of the hands and the fingertips. as you gently make this circle turn back to you. Maybe even slower, so there's more softness. Yeah, nice. That softness in your fingertips and in the palms now will be gathering more energy than when there's tension. So it's very important as we move this move into the next one that we release anything tense in the fingertips. Nice. Last one. Bring the foot back in. And let's double ground it because it's such a beautiful move. It's the only one marked as exhaling forward and inhaling back for the forward back shifts. And now we'll shift towards the right to bring the left forward for pulling in the energy. The palms will be up just the way they were for around the platter, but instead of like this, they're like this. Inhaling forward, pulling in the energy from the farthest star in the universe through the fingertips. Feel the circle that never ends here. Yeah, let it come right across the heart area as you go out. And then back through the heart area, all the way across. Two more on that side. And this is also a visualization of that star that we seem to be pleading for more energy from since the palms are up. So we'll shift over towards your left, release the right, and feel that energy. What would you like from the farthest star today? Take it in through the fingertips. Inhaling forward. And exhaling back, slowly gliding through the center. Last one. Inhale and release it. Slowly towards the ground. Feel your feet at this point, extremely grounded and connected to the energy center right here. Your energy sea or ocean. As you exhale down, feel that area move towards the shore and back. One more of those. Good. Long inhale up time to the trees or to the clouds, and then exhaling down. And I would advise another grounding and another sense of water here because we're going into the Taffies and they're highly energetic. They move slowly, but They're powerful. Sinking down. When you're ready, a couple of groundings to prepare. And then basic taffy. Your left hand will come under the right elbow. Your left heel will come out to the side. And you're going to bring the energy between the palms, and the back foot will be receiving energy from that hand above it, like this. The on leg doesn't need so much, so that hand moves up towards the heavens. And the bottom hand, there it is again, moving up to support or be with the yan leg. And the hand that's on top moves down to support the yin leg. And as that all happens, there's also something else. It's the feeling of coming across that arm with energy without ever touching it. Feel that? So nice. The heart protector move from Qigong starts just above the elbow. And it moves down and the other moves up. That's why this slowness is so important. You begin noticing these things and you go, wow. Two more. Last one. Double grounded. That was basic taffy. Now we do 3 variations. The first being anchor taffy, where you'll leave one foot back grounded and the other foot will move forward. Here, first your left. And then to the side, just like basic taffy. Now the other foot, your right will come forward and the right hand will be underneath. Square the hips and then move back to basic taffy to the side. Excellent. Keeping that back foot grounded. Squaring the hips. And then basic taffy returns. Bringing in that anchor. 2 more. Now you're going to move to the right. Right hand's under your invite hand. And now you'll invite yourself with the invite hand underneath to the side. And double ground it. Triple ground it. Quadruple ground it. Those boats really need help when they come to shore. Our next move is circles taffy. You'll be doing some sinking and rising, feet in a V, and you'll be doing some winding up and over to return to basic taffy. Inhale first, sink, rise with circles, taffy. And now wind up to return what feels like a long rope, perhaps. Sink it. Now inhale to rise. Sink, sink, rise, sink, wind up, and pull your taffy. And return to ground. Beautiful. Keep going. Yeah, you should feel like you almost have to breathe after that. Two more. Circles taffy, our second variation. We'll come across here, square the hips, inhale, exhale, and start again for the last one. Left hand under and return it with your invite hand to the left and feel the backhand support that leg. And ground it. Once and twice to the heart. And 3 times to the head because it's one of those days. And our third variation is perpetual motion taffy with heel step. So give yourself some space here. Square the hips, bring your thumbs right there so that you know you've got a long spine. And then start. Perpetual motion taffy can go on a few more than 9. Feel the heel come off the ground with a flexed foot here. Flex it and then release it. Feel the energy move to the front of the foot here, and then release the heel on the opposite side. There's almost a lot of stickiness here of taffy, or just feeling that sense of the heart protector move in this. You start adding these elements, and the chi is being cultivated pretty well. One more. Now bring the foot in and we'll sink it through the earth. And double ground it for sure. We move now into working the pulley. You'll start with your right hand under the hip, and the left hand will come from the heart. And you're going to bring the energy into this other foot here with the right side. Release the left heel. The energy will come right out from that point and then come back. So let's just do one hand for a minute here because I have had to reconstitute this one for myself. So as you come forward, the other hand will come back and then move this way. Kind of like a swim move, but not really. And then use your front heel to turn and your back ball of the foot to turn. So here we're moving forward and the back ball of the foot is going to swivel. Here we're moving back and the front heel will swivel. So start slowly, kind of like a centipede. And then when you feel like you have it, then we can go a little bit faster. But we should probably do this slower because we're changing. We're not anymore going that way. We're going this way. Straight out from the shoulder. It actually really works with the swivel on the feet better. And you can always do a shorter weight shift just by releasing your yin leg or straight leg any way you want to, forward or back. And then this hand down here comes under the hip bone and then turns. And then the opposite one. So there's this turning of the hand as you pull back and the palm comes up. Good, let's bring that back to center. Inhale to ground it through the earth and prepare for the other side. So now your left hand's under the hip and your right hand's prepared to go forward from this shoulder. And the front heel is on the floor. Swivel on the back ball of the foot. Swivel on the front heel. And maybe use a shorter weight shift, depending on whether you have one shorter leg than the other. You have to alter these things with the yin leg because it has less weight in it. Two more. Last one. Bring the foot back in. We'll double ground that move as we come to light at the top of the head, light at the temple. Your feet are in a V, sinking and rising. Bringing the palms up to the crown of the head and sink and rise. Let it go. It's right at the back of the head here, if that's good for you. Good. Now circling the palms right over that point of the back of the crown of the head and holding the energy there, feet in a V. And breathe it in, breathe it out, honoring all the opposites and sink and rise. Send it down slowly into the earth on the exhale. Bring the left hand close to the heart on the inhale. Sink it down through the central meridian. Bringing the palms to outside the temples. Sink and rise. Let it go. Now hold that energy right outside the temples, light at the temple, and circle the energy. It's all around you. 6 to 9 times. And then hold it again and sink and rise. Inhale and then sink it down into the earth really slowly. And slowly back to your heart with the left hand. Bring the feet out to prepare for a joyous breath, but let's first ground this. Joyous breath, feet into V. The most masculine thing we do. Have fun. Make it joyous, smile. Now bring the heels down. Come up to the balls of the feet. Last one. Inhale and release slowly. Joyous breath comes to a graceful conclusion. And now we move towards passing clouds. All things change. Be in a V. Even as the mirror hand passes us, like up here, we watch it not. We're in a moving meditation here. So let it go. Everything goes, you just face forward. And see the clouds pass. We stand in the center. Acceptance, resilience, inner power mixed with kindness, generosity, and community. As the clouds pass, and now bring in the outside leg. Sink it through the earth. And we prepare for 6 healing sounds. Your left hand, your left foot. Going away across from the liver. Right hand, right foot. Shh, for the lungs. Shh, for the triple heater. Shh, for the kidneys. Heart. Spleen. Liver. Shh, lungs. Shh, triple heater. Kidneys. Last one, 5 kidneys. Mixing the energy of yin and yang, all the opposites. We come into cosmic consciousness pose. Your left heel at your right ankle bone. Looking over the window of eternity with confidence, kindness, and community. Interlacing fingers, bringing them overhead in gratefulness. 3,000 years of Qigong, 6 centuries of Tai Chi, and the learning that took place to create T'ai Chi Chih in 1976, thanks to Wen Shan Wang, American Cultural Center for Chinese Anthropology, among other things. And bringing your hands into prayer with gratitude.